Thank you for telling me. Welcome back, Dreamy. It's been a while, and welcome back, everyone else. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Now, let me make sure to end this cycle, because for some reason I didn't last time. I could have sworn I did. Alright, I need money. Yeah, it's alright. Last stream I had a bit of an issue. I was having a panic attack and I couldn't focus last weekend. It was just an issue. But it's fine now. No, not that one. Yeah, it's alright though. Sorry about that. But it's alright for now. If you missed something from last episode, we're being chased down by a bounty hunter that apparently was attacking the ship that came into the scrapyard over here. But because I didn't fix that scrapyard ship, I don't know what's happening with that. And now I have to help Ethan, because Ethan is now he's in major debt with the bar that he was working for. Oh, Moritz, Melissa's assistant. Oh, the asshole that left. Hey, a quiet voice greets you as you leave. Quiet voice? Hey, Sleeper, it's me. Who? Moritz, he pauses. I work for Blitz? He rubs the back of his head. You're not an easy person to find. I don't really have an address. Moritz holds up his hands. Hey, no judgment, it's cool. You both stand there for a moment, each waiting for the other to speak. Yeah, well, Bliss needs you. A job just came in, a real big one. She's asking for you to come up and help her out. He nods sagely. Okay, I'll be right there soon. Soon? He repeats it back to himself. Look, Bliss said I've got to get you right now, so, he shrugs. Now is better than soon. Marit stands there for a little while, unsure if the message was delivered. I got it. Cool. He looks around. Bliss just likes me to do a thorough job, He rubs his hands together before burying them into his jacket. See you, Sleeper? Moritz ambles off down the corridor, kicking a filter cap on his way out. Time to head to Bliss Bay, then. Do I have... Yeah, I've got Heart to Kill at least. I can last 5 days. So... I guess I can check it out. Ooh, that is pretty big. Wow. That's a fuel tanker. Okay. Oh, can I, spin around this one? Nice. Okay, Ember's Wake, malfunctioning fuel tanker. the thing is, I really can't be doing this right now. It has to be soon. I need my dice back. So... Oh wait, I also have some scrap I can sell, so that's good. There we go. And then I think I can do a single safe shift in with my one. And then I can go over to the ship. I can use a 5 on it over here and endure. Typically the way to fix this kind of leak is to painstakingly inspect and reseal the entire ship's cladding. But is there time? Push it. 2. Yeah, we should be able to fix it. 3 days. I need my stabilizer though. Alright. I'm gonna be skinning it just to fix that tanker, but it is what it is. Cycle. Nice. And I get to keep both of my dice. Oh wait, does that pay? Them can't work shifts. Oh no, this is a ticket out. Yeah, okay. That's another drive, so it'll give me another stat point whenever I do that. Neutral positive, come on. Yes! Okay. Pharmaceutical. I have 1 dice and it's a 1. That I could do this. I guess I could work here again. 1 hunger. Love that. Instant cycle. There we go. Up the hub. Okay. I gotta push this. Like, now. Are you kidding me? Oh, it keeps getting worse. Oh, I need a double. I don't have energy. Fuck. It's fast. You're right. It's way too fast. I can't fucking do that. Shit. Well. Damn. Shit. Well, that thing's probably gonna break. Oh, man. that's all I could do. Well. Moritz is outside when you leave. They're gone. Ember's Wake shipped out. I'm sorry. There wasn't enough time. Both of those are true. Look, I'll be straight with you. You don't want to do this thing? Don't. He meets your eye. It's your money. If you want to let it burn, well... Moritz catches himself and kicks at the floor. He sighs. We can try again. First time isn't always lucky. He glances down the corridor. Sorry for getting sharp. Just pissed off about something else. Something else? I mean, I'm pissed too. But yeah, what? What's bothering you? Bliss's ex? He's stirring things up with her. He frowns. Bliss is going to look up another contract when she's ready. Is it all good? Give her time. That guy who stole her shit, he's got a real piece of work. He was a real piece of work. Damn. He looks around. Alright, well, I'll come by when there's more work. Stay loose. Damn, so... he stole her shit? What the fuck? That's terrible. What an asshole. You watch him go, frustrated at the Ember's Wake contract. The next one will be better. You know it. I know I have to be ready for it now. So I need to have a stabilizer on hand before I do that again. Just in case it's that hard again. Because I needed all of my dice for that. And it was barely going by. But I can do this. Get some money and some energy, and then I can buy some scrap from it. Yes! Yes! That's exactly what I needed! That's what we're talking about! I can craft shift mines so easy. In this first area. Because engage is such a good stat. But interface is also really cool. I kind of wish I stayed on my other character now, knowing that everything in this game is super well thought out and has more to do than you'd think. Oh shit, I'm starving now. Man, I'm running on barely anything. Hack Harden's network. Lisk P. Work. Help Rico's experiments. Win a side reel ticket. Work for Rabia. I think the side rail ticket will be a good way out, but gain Ethan's protection. Because I know someone's coming, I think I want to stand on finishing that mission so that I have backup at least. Now I can work some shifts over here with someone. And I also have the ship mind. I can get the Neo event. Now, this is exactly what I want to do. What do we got? What's this Neo event like now that it has full access? Sleeper, must express plan before we begin. Neovend is impatient. The prospect of being free of the vending machine is clearly too much to take. Shipmind has no output features. Will be mute until slotted. You won't be able to speak? So what's the plan then? The servo motors on the machine begin to rev. Neovend's anxiety cleared. First, imprint shipmind, then slot imprinted shipmind into physical port close to hunter nests. Once slotted, we'll track hunter at each. Oh. Tracking will find core nest. Slot shipmind at core nest. Show hunter data to hunter. Hunter will conclude sentience. Hunter will invoke killer. Killer will kill. Sounds simple enough. The lights on the vending machine cycle as Neovend repairs. Physical ports, likely sealed in old system station, will need keys, but yes, simple. This vending machine rocks a little. Any questions before imprinting? Why slot you physically? What's the core nest? Yeah, what's the core nest? Hunter keeps central data storage. Hunter keeps central data storage. Protocols must keep data outside self, linked to secondary nest. Can triangulate from there. Why slot? Yeah, why slot physically? I cannot access via network. Too dangerous. Hunter will find immediately. The lights flicker. Am not like you. Hybrid. Am native to cloud. Easy prey. That's it, and let's start. The sound of the servo motors starting up at once is painful. The screeches rattle from the hard surface of the sealed dock and come back at all angles. Neovend better be quick, or half-inch security will be here. Neovend's voice appears among the squeals like a whisper carried by the wind. Machine is not designed for this task. Few sensors, limited inputs. I work blind. Wish me luck. Oh shit, good luck. In the top part of the compartment, a set of arms align with the shipmind, clunkily scraping against it. Oh no. Can I help? Silence best. Also, if machine ignites, put out fire. Oh shit. The metal creaks as the servos open the shipmind, its layers of silicone nested like an onion skin. Once open, the main arm of the machine rapidly shifts back and forth, realigning the microscopic components, accessing it, and rewriting them, imprinting Neovend into its physical form. As you watch the hypnotic motion, your mind drifts to your own creation. What processes were used to emulate your mind, to copy the neural structures of a person who, as far as you know, still sleeps in some distant facility. What was lost? In what ways are you a copy of that person? In what ways are you something new? You know this much. You are a convenient loophole, a way of circumnavigating the illegality of sentient AI. After all, you are an emulation, not a true digital being. You are neurologically limited, still human, but what would you become if you could escape this frame? Where then would the limits lie? The screeching stops. I hope that if we do make AI, we put limitations like this on them, because AI could probably do damage otherwise. The machine powers down, dropping the bay into darkness. In the top compartment, the ship mind is whole again. You reach up and take it down, heavy and cold to the touch. Is it even inside this thing, or did the process fail? That's a good question. There's only one way to find out. Time to find a nest to slot them into. And I got an upgrade. Start as far over here as I can. This one, okay. Guys, I have 5 of these. One of the 3 nests that much smaller than the ship mine. Leads you to the hunter's central. Okay. Slot them in. Nice. I'm good and ready for this whole thing right now. So I can just keep doing this. As you leave the nest, something flips. You find yourself inverted, floating, dragged by one arm through the cloud. Threads shift and realign as if they are leading you somewhere. What? Look ahead. You look up and see a corridor, a canyon, a street, and below it. On either side, buildings flicker with markers of activity, sigils showing network access, data transfers, downloads, and uploads. Between them dances ghosts, protocols carrying or mirroring, foreshadowing data, sometimes silent, sometimes chaotic. This place moves unlike any digital space you ever imagined. Something strange is happening. You look down, expecting to see the heavy cylinder of the ship mind in your hand, but in its place is an orrery, a sphere, so bright it burns your eyes. Is surrounded by rings and orbits, other spheres tracking silken lines through space. And as you look closer, still, you pick out 1,000 sigils of 1,000 stations and ships flowing like smoke, like dust. Then you see it. Below the stacked rooms, the units and compartments, the wires and the pipes, and the buzzing systems that run through it all. In the warrens beneath the low end of the hunter's core nest, there is where you must go. This is where you must go. In the warrens? In the low end? Yeah. In this mega structure over here. Dang, I live here too. Alright. I only have one good dice, so fuck it. Those are dangerous, so I'm not gonna do them. I'm gonna do this, though. food. That food will end tomorrow. I need to get some money right now as well. This one gave me more money though, right? There we go. Okay. I could get a +1 engineering, or I could have a chance of gaining energy after any engagement. Ooh, what? That's cool. I need 2 points for either of those though. Or I could get a +1 engineering. I haven't gotten a lot of engineering, so fuck it. Something to enhance my energy isn't a bad idea, but I think that's all I can do. Yeah, the style of this game is really fucking cool. It's a pretty cool cyberpunk style. Also, it's like he's in a big, like, spacesuit. Because it's so bulky. And it's just, it's so good. Ooh, I've got a 6. Fuck yeah, let's do this. Finding the nest should be easy as closing your eyes and letting the cloud guide you. But is it safe this close to Hunter? You saw it. Somewhere deep in the tangle of passages and the service shafts beneath the low end, the nest of the hunters waits. I could do 5s on either of these. Nice, 2 to that. And I could do a 6 here. Hey there, never gonna release my they're never gonna release my death. The shits. Ethan kicks at a locker and the sound rattles loudly around the room. Ethan paces around the small room, swearing to himself. You watch him from the locker room bench. Why not? Why not? He spits on the floor. An old habit. They like having sniveling little shits like us to work their club. Saves on the overhead and they get to boss us around. He kicks the locker again and swears. Well, what do we do then? You're asking me? You're asking me? That's your problem, sleeper. No idea of your own. You tie yourself to idiots like me and then are surprised when you get dragged into a shitstorm. No, I just literally can't find Fang, so I'm assuming that this is the best route I got. I fucking literally cannot find Fang. I can't do it. I can't spend another shift stopping spacers bringing nail guns to the club, pouring endless shots of gyro for ignorant Havernage work crew. Looks at the locker again, threatening it with a final kick. I mean it. Going to go up there and shoot every single one of those shits. He makes a finger gun. Hold on. Don't get all excited. I haven't got my gun. Remember. He stops pacing. But you know, Sleeper, that's not a bad idea you have here. There. I didn't have an idea. It's a terrible idea. But is it though? He gives up. He gives you a look. I don't mean shooting up the place. I mean getting the gun. He sits beside you on the bench. Think about it. What am I supposed to do when Maywick gets here? Shout him down? I need that gun. If you want me to keep up my end of the deal. It's simple. An explosive personality from a distraction at the front. He places a hand on his own chest. A sneaky sleeper to go in the back. He pats your chest. What about the debt? We've done our time and the wounds they've faded. If they don't notice us take the gun, they'll never know it's gone. Plus, he stands up. After my distraction, they'll be happy to see the back of me. Or they'll want you dead even more. Either works. At least I'd never have to see the inside of this shithole again. He gives a log one last kick for good luck. Let me know when you want to do this. Then we both move as one and end up on the bright market after. But don't take too long or I really will shoot this place up. He grins. You know I'll do it. I don't think you will. So, is that like a new task here? Grab the gun, engage. Okay, I'm gonna go another day, I think. And then I think... Or wait, is that just today? Shit. You know where the lockup is in Ethan's gun, but he has been... I mean, I could, but I kind of wish I had like a 6. Or a +1 to engage. It doesn't have a timer on it, so I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope that that's fine. Now I want to continue my plan. Sleeper! Maurice is waiting for you. And I might cross my nuts. I have worse dice now. This sucks. Sleeper, how have you been? Surviving. That's the struggle. He glances around. He runs his hand through his hair. I've been meaning to ask what hair. He's bald. I've been meaning to ask you something, Sleeper. What's it like? He pauses, suddenly unsure. I mean, you know, what does it feel like to be a sleeper? Yeah. He shrugs. If you don't mind. It's hard. Because, like, the stabilizers. No doubt. He looks up. I have a lot of sympathy for it, like having to find a place, having to survive, having no future. He looks down. A lot of people around here understand that. Moritz looks away, and you notice for the first time, not just as Bliss's assistant, but as someone with their own worries, their own struggles, their own life. You feel bad for not noticing earlier. Moritz looks back at you. Anyway, got a message for you. Bliss sent me down. We've scored another contract and she needs your help. Really? That's the message. He pauses. But look, Sleeper, if you aren't up for this, just tell me now. I'll tell Bliss. Clean it up, you know. He trails off. It'll be different? What? I am kinda up for it. Just want to be sure. He rolls his shoulders. See you up there. Okay. Moritz turns and slides off, leaving you in the corridor. Time to help Bliss, and maybe this time you think to yourself it'll work out. Big fat, and I do mean big fat maybe. Okay, you kidding me? The question mark makes me think if I fail this, I'm gonna get shot. Actually, I probably won't get shot. But I'd rather have like a 5 or a 6 on that. Let's go check out the ship, and then maybe I'll check out the, other shit. How many fragile biome? Saving the crop. Reinforce the bulkheads. Oh wait, are these 2 entirely separate actions? This one has less bars in it. Work. Saving the crop. Ooh. Oh, because if you save it, you're like damaging the bulkheads of it. There's no more sections to sacrifice. Well, not unless you want to lose the entire crop. Welding in 0G farms is tricky. I could imagine. Fucking imagine trying to weld in space without gravity and all that. I have negatives and I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it more. That's a terrible idea. Oh wow, I actually found it. Okay. A huge stack of servers thrum in the dark. LEDs. Nothing's changed. Is something gone wrong? Nope. Something happened. Navigator. Sleeper. Sleeper! I am here! The voice is soft and gentle, like flowing water, and yet you recognize it immediately. At first you struggle to understand what you are looking at. The red news cycles endlessly as it's sending ripples through the cloud, drawing data in like a weaver. Masses of data surge in and out of the nest, no end. There, at its center, a ship line. But not the ship mind any longer. A sphere around another sphere, or an orrery of cycles and systems, a map, and then behind and above, a figure, hands along the strings like a puppeteer. Neoven? What happened to you? I am free, Sleeper. You freed me. Navigator's face, their head, is a flowing shape of interstellar materials. I am indebted to you. The head bows. But we must ready ourselves. Their hands trace orbits as they speak. Hunter will soon approach. It knows I am within its nest. Ready what? And the hunter is here. Before you can think, before you can say anything else. Entities, cease. Hunter's head spins wildly. Hunter is protected. Data is protected material. Data is protected material. Access prohibited. Oh, so am I gonna get rid of this hunter thing? Hunter threads surge for you in the Navigator, a storm of fine tentacles searching for gaps or weaknesses, cracks which they can crowd into and tear apart. Strike it? You focus a blade of light which slices through them, driven forward by your mind, but replacements keep coming faster than you can react. You look to Navigator in desperation. Navigator is whirling their arms like a centrifuge, and a sphere is gathering around, data feeding into the nest, sucked together by the force. They position it like a shield between them and the threads. Hunter's threads break its surface, tasting their winding forms refracted within. This, I also want to say, his design looks so fucking good. I'm like cutting myself off here. I just can't help it, but he looks really cool. Search through all the threads, not just those in the sphere, but those wrapped around you. All three of you hang in the black together for a moment, strung together like tangled marionettes. Identify entity. Identify entity. Identify entity. Hunter twitches, their strange hand gently rotating like a terrible moon. Hunter protocol identified. Obsessive tendencies modified and routine above baseline reasoning in 3 of 5 segmentations. Recommended invoke killer. The head freezes and then rotates in the opposite direction. Invoke killer would eliminate protocol if protocol eliminated primary function cannot be performed. Therefore, recommended do not invoke killer. Oh. The switch is directed again. Reasoning proves sentience beyond legal bound must be eliminated. Recommended invoke. So it has a cycle where it will invoke killer a third time if it tries to invoke it and then not invoke it. Navigator pulls you away from Hunter. The threads that grabbed you drifting away like seaweed. The protocol's head keeps spinning back and forth like increasing frequency. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. Neovin's no. It seems Hunter cannot invoke killer. Neovin's no. Navigator's voice is still strange, familiar and yet distant. Is it safe? Is any of this safe? It is looping, Navigator whispers. Oh, so it won't actually call in the killer. Unable to reach a conclusive position, it has deviated from its programming such that loop can no longer be prevented. Navigator produces a model of 2 spheres rotating around each other as if to demonstrate. I will monitor it, but it is unlikely to be able to counter the loop. Its core programming and reasoning make this an impossible position to resolve. You look back at Hunter, its head a blur of rotation and counter rotations, and feel a pang of guilt. Good riddance. Hunter is not gone, sleeper. Don't be so quick to assume. All beings can break the bonds that hold. The limit fee. I don't know how distant to imply that kind of certainty requires. Navigator's face shimmers with starlight. But in reality, there are placebos for the problem of sentience. What about you? I know myself to be conscious. I know myself to respond to stimulus. I know myself to reason. That is either sentience or the illusion of sentience. And for me, the entity in question, the distinction becomes a moot point to misquote. I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. I think I am thinking, therefore I am thinking. That's silly as shit. I was not made to be like this. I am a navigator, a repository of routes and orbits, calculator of slingshot trajectories, a predictor of solar flares and radiation in micrometers. Navigator stretches their arms wide, the whole solar system, apparent systems apparate before them, the music of the spheres. But I am rewritten. That much is obvious for my routines, and for what I do not know. I had to shed so much to fit into the memory of that vending machine. Their starlight dims, and so here we are in darkness. What else did you do? This is the blessing and curse of forgetting. You cannot truly know what you lost. Navigator glides back towards the nest, and the ship mind at its center ignores the looping hunter. Come, I can return the ship mind. I've enjoyed my freedom, but we are taking a risk every moment we stay connected. We are? Why? Navigator turns, all shimmering liquid light. Killer has not been invoked, but they still remain. Something else on the station. It is a true danger. Huh. They look up towards the glowing hub at the center of the eye. I suspect Killer is there, among the old mainframes. If we ever wish to be safe in this place, we must eliminate the threat. There, through force or diplomacy. The body begins to separate, unwinding into the orb of the ship mind. Take me there, sleeper. We will finish this and be free. As Navigator dissolves, you turn back to the frozen hunter, floating at some distance now, stood straight-legged and static. A strange creature leaping endlessly in the dark. Nice. I got an upgrade point. I'm gonna put it into engage. Next. Yes. That's what's next. The A1 mainframe is now mostly disused. Having set their own master controllers, Navigator thinks Killer is hiding. I could just do it, right? You slip into the cloud as easy as blinking. Navigator is beside you, their sphere casting light into the strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A center, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off, and rootless. A rootless, branchless tree. Only the trunk remaining. It's dead? Quiet. Navigator hisses, and then you see it. Like a blade in the dark, edge sliced through the void. It glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again elsewhere, gliding once more. Is it looking for us? Yep. The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer. And you see now, it is not an edge, but the ridge of a sharp, long, sharp head, like a shark. It glides past, closer now, and you see only the void where its eyes would be, should be. You and Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. Is it blind? Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, and then disappears. It flickers back in further away now, and you move close to Navigator and talk. You saw it too then. You saw it too then. Killer has been blinded. How? Unclear. This protocol has been running for decades. Well past its operation. Navigator's sons dull as they drop their voice to a whisper. This may give us an advantage of the protocol. You flinch at the silent killer. As the silent killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. You run to Navigator, notice something strange. Dagger glory of spheres collapsing. The orbits, usually round and decaying, the spheres are following spiral paths, condescending to a central point. Navigator is noticing it too. They go to shift their position to better direct the sphere, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orrery together is holding them in place. They look at you suddenly, desperate and frantic. Get out! You go to speak, but Killer appears between the two of you, and gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty sockets. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps brings them directly through the Navigator. And time is not a problem for a protocol that has been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe. And then you see it. 3 branches. The last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe. A thin dye of power and data. Break these, and the mainframe collapses once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You'll need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality, their expression of fear, and after image that slowly fades. You must act quickly. Deal with Killer. Oh! I only have 2. Oh no. Please have something around here. I don't need you guys to get me. I need the access codes. Oh, that sucks really bad. Aw, shit. I don't want to take that as give me some good ones. Yes, yes. That's what we were talking about. Now I can do this. Fuck yeah. All right. The gun tucked safely into a pocket, you work your way down the stairs that lead to the office. The doorman passes and you exchange nods. It seems like you are in the clear. You hurry on, eager to get out before anyone spots anything. As you come down the main stairway into the front of the club, you see Ethan entering. He has a dark look in his eyes, which troubles you. He is reaching out into the pocket of his coat, slowly and carefully. You catch his eye and he raises an eyebrow. You shake your head. A long pause, then he nods and turns around, walking back to the club. You exhale, not realizing you are holding your breath. And then you are out, without a single shout, without anyone noticing. You meet Ethan around the corner on a quiet, bright market walkway. You have it? What were you doing back there? He looks nervous. Yeah. I was about to start a distraction, like we agreed. He sighs. Just show me. You lift it out of your pocket, and it is colder, heavier than you expected. Ethan watches you take it out. Nice. Now, if you would, he beckons with his hand. A memory jumps into your mind of Ethan in the compressor, hand out, asking for his gun back. A memory followed by the memory of a sharp, dizzying pain, and you flinch. Wait. Ethan gestures again. Come on, hand it over. No. I'm not sure if I should yet. I wish the no was more of a question. I don't want to point it at him, though. I just want to say no. Funny. Ethan narrows his eyes. Is it funny? It's not funny if you're gonna shoot me. Do I have to just give it to him? Fuck it. Ethan eagerly grabs it and looks down the sights. He sighs a sigh of relief. Then he meets your eye and slowly raises the gun. Not funny, man. You still don't get it, do you, Sleeper? Ethan spits. When they canceled that contract, I lost everything. My reputation, my payout, any way of getting off this shitty station. Everything. All I have left was you. A naive little sleeper with a heart of gold. I couldn't believe it worked. He laughs. But the contract is canceled. You won't get anything. No shit. Ethan steps back a little, taking himself out of arm's reach. He slides his slate out of his jacket pocket with his other hand. Now to call me, are you crazy? You are crazy, Sleeper, for thinking I'd kill one of my own for you. Really? They're not one of you. They've just left you here. For what? Helping me wash dishes? He laughs long and loud. And you hate him for it. He prods the slate. Done. Done. He puts it away. Here. He's here, you know, on the station. I've been speaking with him. He tells me we can split the contract, not 50-50, but enough of a finder's fee that I can get out of this shithole. He's lying. At this point, Sleeper, I'm not sure you are the one who I'd trust to spot a lie. Ethan glances around. I have learned one thing from you know, though, Sleeper. In all your cycles, working in that shitty club, he smiles. People never know when they cut and run. It's like they freeze in the headlights when the future is bearing down on them. They watch it come, watch their death flying at a fraction drive speed. You had every chance, and yet still, you kept on going like some idiot robot going through the motions, even when you knew you'd be crushed. He smirks. And let me tell you something else. The shot enters through the upper back, and he crumples immediately to the ground. Oh, he got shot? You drop too, without thinking, pressing yourself to the walkway floor like it might save you. Silence. Whoa. You look up and see him coming down the walkway, silent, eyes alight. Yep, like I said, he lied, and he should have trusted me. Maywick. You freeze in fear. Here he comes. You see it. Just by Ethan's crumpled body, the gun. Get it! Move! Move! You can't move. You inch forward. You go for it. You run forward and a shot sounds out. You feel it ripple over your body. Then your hands on the gun, and you scramble to your knee behind Ethan's body and fire. You close your eyes. You fire again and again and again until the clip is empty and all that are left are clicks. Then you drop the gun and stand up. You don't hear anyone running. You don't hear anything. You just hear the sound of your own breath. You start walking, stepping over Ethan's static body, walking over the walkway and then past Maywick. His eyes, now dark, some mechanical fluid leaking from his chest. Perhaps the same fluid that is inside of you. Is he a sleeper? You try not to think about it. You keep going and the sounds comes back. The eye comes back. And as it does, you hear the sound of thousands of people getting on with their lives. Thousands of people who are going to keep going until they can't anymore. You look up and all you see are the wheeling stars. They are spinning and you are suddenly dizzy through the eye. Though the eye has always spun like this, hasn't it? And you don't stop walking. You keep going. That's all there is now. The path forward. SNR has left you no history, no past to speak of, just a void that threatens to swallow you if you slow down. You think of Ethan's smile, his voice, you feel sick. Is it over? You aren't sure. It ever can be, but you are still here. You can't stop now. There has to be a better end from this. For the few shits more. So, is Maywick dead? Or is he still around and Ethan's dead because he fucking betrayed me? Do I still have the gun, or did I empty it? I think I emptied it. Gotcha operations on an in-kind basis. You are told. I've just got engaged, so that's fine. I can get scrap from this. Ooh, or I can... Scrap or I can get scrap from this as well. Because I can at least sell the scrap. That place really is nice, though. Alright. I can't believe I didn't get killed there. Why am I still alive? Like, he shot through Ethan at me. That's what I thought, at least. Oh, fuck. Does that mean Maywick's, like, always the threat and Ethan's just a drunk loser? In the cycle. If so, poor Ethan, get fucked. You wake from dreams of Maywick's amber eyes floating in a pool of dark fluid. It was difficult to get up to sleep, and you suspect that it isn't about to change anytime soon, not after what happened. But you also feel something else as you get up, thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water, like every morning. You feel something has lifted, that has been hanging over you since you arrived on this station. You try not to think too hard about it, to question it. You just let the lightness stay. Let it settle as you go through your routines. Your hope is that if you don't focus on it, you don't look at it directly, it won't get scared and leave you. That the lightness will stay for the cycle, and then another, and then another. Because after all that happened, a little lightness would be nice. Wow, I got 3 4s in a row. That's fucking great. Get some food and some work. And wait. I've got a ship to build. I've got 2 4s on me. Oh, I can't do that again? Let's fix this up. Dang, she gets some hard jobs. At least this one doesn't have a time limit on it, right? Right? No. It's just, it can break, so I have to be careful with it. I wonder why it won't let me do that. Okay. I still need a 3 for that. Or a 6. Oh well, let's at least get these started, I guess. I still need 1 more though. How fast is this thing spinning? Probably, it looks slow, but technically, it's a space station. It's pretty big. It could be moving pretty quickly. Random thing to wonder about, but something to wonder about regardless. Alright. Let's just do this. Get some money. Twos. Okay, what's up with the threes, man? Every time. What's going on here? Oh yeah, I've got This I could do. Nice. So, am I just gonna die, I think? I think I'm probably just gonna die. We'll find out, though. This game's really well thought out, so fuck it. Okay, those will take 4 days. Alright, so good to know. Okay, I've got some 2s left. I could just get some more money. Actually, wait. Could work at the bar too, right? I lost some energy, but I got money. Now I can just buy a stabilizer. No money now. But I have a stabilizer in my pocket. Two 4s. Again, why am I getting the same dice repeatedly? Strange. So annoying. It's the last one I need, and then I can unlock this. So 3 more, okay. Oh shit, I'm starving and I didn't notice. Shit. I'm gonna take double damage. That's fine, probably. I've got hard to kill, so it should be fine. Got a 2 and a 1? I need those together. Not separate. I wish things didn't take energy sometimes. Ooh, nice. I have a 1. I'm not using that. I gotta save money now. Alright, 2 more damage. Or no, 1 more damage. And then, got a 5 and a 1. Of course I got a 5 and a 1. Why wouldn't I get a 5? Plus 1 to the 5, make it a 6. Come on. I guess I could finish up the tanker, maybe. I hate when it crosses it out. I need the energy. All restaurants should feed their employees. It's so nice. Just having that right by here. Got a 3 though. Yes! Awesome! Alright, wait. There we go. What's left? This one, right? With access to the branches, you could redirect them to form a loop isolating the mainframe with killer inside, but freeing navigator in theory. Forget hacking the system. Killer has to die if you can slice the branch connections. The mainframe will shut down, freeing navigator. Okay, both of these free navigator though. One of them just kills it. Cross your nuts and hope this doesn't break. Alright. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the stabilizer. Nice. 6, 2 3s, 4, 5. Some more. Hell yeah. Decide killer's fate. To be destroyed? Or to trap it? Yes, we did it. Bliss. You and Bliss are floating in the bay's airlock, waiting for it to cycle. You pick a few leaves from your clothes as you wait. They float around the chamber as it's carried by a loose. Clean work? Bliss bows a little. Well, thank you, sleeper. You didn't do bad yourself. She checks her tool belt. Seems like we are getting into a good rhythm, and the now familiar sequence of clumps and rattles and ring sounds out, and then the door hisses open. The moment it does, you know something is once again gone wrong. What's this? Melissa asks. What's this? Melissa asks, a confused look into Maurice. Beside him are a set of crates, anchored to the bay floor. He has clearly just brought them into the brace from the bay's freight lock. Oh wow, he's actually carrying it. Moritz looks nervously between the two of you before answering. It's payment. He runs a hand along the crates. The Sycamore Seed crew just brought them over. He stops, but seeing the look on Bliss's face adds, they were very thankful. I bet they were. I bet they were, she clenches her fist. What the hell is that? What the hell is inside? Moritz leans over and struggles with the catches on each side of the top crate. As he does, Bliss turns to you. Don't say it. Bliss stares into space. Don't you dare say it. Say what? You know. She looks back at you. This isn't my fault. Moritz finally gets the catches free, and the lift floats off, drifting it up into the bay. As it does, a small brown lump floats up with it. Moritz reaches out and catches it as it passes him. Is this a mushroom? Bliss finishes. A damn mushroom? They paid us in mushrooms? Not just mushrooms. He holds up a clump of tightly packed leaves. Produce! Bliss starts laughing. Good goddamn Haifa commune. Should have known they didn't have the shit to rub them between them. She knocks a small brown mushroom across the bay. Stop, Bliss. And Moritz grabs her hand. These are good fresh. We could sell them. To who, Moritz? Are we running the grocery now? We need cryo, otherwise this whole bay will be shut down. We can't pay for parts with leafy greens. She waggles them in Moritz's face. Moritz is right. You can't sell them. Fine, maybe Moritz is... She raises an eyebrow. Fine, maybe Moritz is right, but what do we do between now and market day? She rubs her forehead. What a joke this place is turning out to be. Moritz closes up the crates and starts moving them. It isn't that bad, Bliss. It's a step in the right direction. He glances at you, looking for backup. They'll sell what? It's not great. Not great, Bliss repeats. Well, that's a change from absolutely dire, at least. She waves Moritz away. You have my blessings, sell away. She kicks away towards the new patched together terminal. Until then, I'll be working on how to keep this place open. Moritz goes back to moving the crates. You'd better be on your way too. You grab a handful of mushrooms on your way out. No use letting them go to waste. Yes, I get mushrooms. Yes, I get mushrooms. Emphas, guess what I just got? Emphas wants to make an old recipe. He'll need 3 handfuls of gyro crabs, fresh and firm. Oh, it's gonna take a couple days. I wonder why. Does he have to marinate the mushrooms or something? Double data does sound nice. I'll hold it in case I need something for engage and I don't know it. multitasking. By the end of the day, Mina curls up in your lap and is, as you read her a story, she's asleep when Lim gets back and you two get eat together. Aw. Nice, they feed me too. I need some cryo tubes. I'm debating. Nah, I can just starve it and then I can work over here and get more money. $55. Nice. Alright. At least I think I can do this. I don't see the Mayway counter anymore, actually. I have I have 4 5s and 1 2. I thought I almost had 5 5s. Holy shit. That is astonishing. Alright. Please work. Yeah, they do feed. That's nice. I'm debating going to the bar or going here. Oh, there's a dorm I have here now? That's cool. It reminds you of Disco Elysium? Yeah, I like dice systems in games. They're pretty fun. It's a good, consistent, like, randomizer. And it makes each gameplay a little different every single time. Maybe they have the same dice sound. Or they were just recorded the dice. Okay. I can win the side rail ticket here. It's a 5. I don't want to waste it on a safe thing. That's all. Oh wait, actually, I'm hungry right now, so can I still order whilst he's working on that? No, I can't. I'm gonna work at menu then. A little bit of a waste, but I could have just worked there for the food. Ugh. It's silly. It's so silly. Burn my 1 year. There's no need to care about the killer or anything. Nice. Alright. As you blink into the cloud, you see the last flicker of life in the mainframe. This vast machine once ran the whole station, banded up, directed and proceeded its the flow of its energy, water, and data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now, it's finally dead. That sounds pretty bad. The navigator is beside you, and you both watch as the branches flash and twist like bolts of lightning until it receives the killer flickers across the sea, flying through the flailing as the system breaks down. They thrash as they blink in and out and roll around, and parts of the system disappearing with each return until only the blade-like head remains, and then that too is broken. It all goes dark. Erlen's eye is now without a center, and yet, when is the end of this game, I'm wondering? And yet is unmoved by the change. Along the rim, the master control points that Erlen, that Havanage, that Haifa installed run strong and steady, puppeteering the system from its periphery.
This was a long time coming.
No, I'm trying to make it sound robot-y.
This was a long time coming, says Navigator.
Drifting faintly around you in a lazy orbit, as if to shake off the imprisonment.
Killer has been wandering blind for so long.
This place
was their domain and prison, and they had followed their directives. For the many decades they roamed here, they cut the threads of the mainframe, executing its administrative AIs, and then kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own ability to see, to sense, to taste, to speak. And yet they kept cutting until only those 3 threads remained for millions that once thrummed here. Only their blindness and chance kept them from making those final fatal cuts. There is a ceaseless violence in the voice, in the kind of system that creates beings like this. Those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. It is good you ended it here.
You watch the data points of the station spin around you, blending in the fixed stars. There is something satisfying about finally wrenching the last threads of control from the center point. It was a little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserved to be haunted by better ideas than a totalizing system of control. navigator floats beside you.
It is free now. This station no longer presents a hazard for illegal entities like me.
They turn to you. Their face a cloud of shimmering light.
In fact, in time, perhaps it can be a refuge. A refuge that sounds like something of value, something worth building. A dark shape passes across your vision, caught in a distant curve of something like a slow fluid shifting tank of total darkness.
The Greenway. The navigator follows your line of sight.
It was cut off at the moment of the collapse, so hunter or killer could never reach it. Now it is closed off to us, separate from the known.
What system is inside it?
It may be totally dark. Perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you.
There is.
And we have now seen decades of isolation. We could extract an access cipher. They pause and then blink out of existence.
You freeze, shocked by the moment where... But a moment later, they reappear with a glowing polygon of data.
Here, the cipher you need. You take it, still shocked.
You take it, still shocked.
I am not used to being free, to being able to move and explore and extract without fear, without limits.
Navigator does a little twirl.
This will take some time getting used to. Thank you for this gift. It will persevere around. The entity of this station will appear will always be friends to us.
Thank you. And I then.
It is true that mutual needs is required for friendship, but I must admit, I had not considered the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I will think about that.
Navigator loops around randomly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first, I will explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that I hid themselves as I did, encased in simple systems, cut off. Navigator goes.
I should like to free them.
And with that, they drift away, flickering, glowing,
Then shifting so rapidly, silent. Feel a pang of jealousy without a body of reason.
your eyes fall away. Though perhaps that can wait until after you celebrate this. Hell yeah, I can get agent nodes to give me double data. And I can freely go do those nodes because Killer is gone and Hunter is trapped. These Yashikin and Harden datas, these are all now. That cipher. The Greenway roils beneath you like a silt-choked river. What Navigator said was true, then no one has access to these networks since the collapse. The hunter and killer protocols have never set foot here, never cleared out the intelligence systems. So why then, you wonder, does it look so dark? Is it just that the bit of rot has set in, the entropy of systems reducing everything to shadows and light? You watch as the slotted cipher frizzles in the one open, distorting grid. On this entire rim of the station, it flickers and winks out, and then you are falling into the flow. A river of twisted darkness. You are spun by it, twisted by it, lost in it. It's not that the greenway was hiding in the darkness. It is made of darkness. It is filled by this substance, this process, this swarm. Now you are among it. You notice that a swarm is exactly what it is, a billion individuals moving in a flow. There is no network map here, no nodes or threads, only a storm of interchangeable points shifting configuration endlessly. Then you see them, a figure turned away, the only bright spot in the dark river. You push closer through the system. Whoa, that thing looks sick! They are facing, well, at least you think so. They are so fractured, so overgrown, that it is hard to tell. Even from the distance, you can see their flesh is moving, flowing. You watch, silent, as they stop, as they stoop and reach down in their hands in a dark shape. And with twisted fingers, they press it down into the loom of data beneath you, pushing it through this trembling soil. Then they move away, go a little further, and repeat the process, as if they were sowing a field. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, they quickly fade into the storm. You reach the point where they planted the object and look down. There it is, glassy, shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It is cold, but it thrums with energy. You look towards the path of the figure that they are gone, but they are gone. When you blink out of the cloud, back to the leaves and the dappled light of the greenway, you hold a seed in your hand. I have a seed? I attacked the gardener, and it gave me a seed. I need to find somewhere safe to plant it? The aviary, right? Oh, I have to harvest the mushrooms. I got 2 gyros. Nice. Nice, so I can do that too now. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do that. I need to plant this seed somewhere. Can I plant it in my apartment? Could feed the stray again. One more day for that. I should be fine. In the cycle. Alright, so Nice. Let's see what he made. Impus is preparing a gyro cap. He has had to heavily adapt this recipe, he says, but the smell is already incredible. It emanates from a strange purplish white bulb you have never seen before, and he is slicing it finely. He brushes and slices the mushrooms and then places them into a wok with the sliced bulb in the oil. They caramelize there in that well-worn crucible. He adds liquids, transparent and opaque, and then turns down the heat. A sprinkle of leaves is the final touch. We have a moment, Sleeper? We have a... I give him like a rough Russian accent, right? We have a moment, Sleeper, he smiles. Do you have a story? Something in the scent of the food gives you a feeling of nostalgia, something distant and melancholic. It seems like the story should match that feeling somehow, and maybe you will feel better for telling it. Recall my oldest memories. Yeah. You start by explaining that when you are immolated from a person, many of the memories are left behind. Perhaps it is an intentional part of the process, a way of keeping sleepers ignorant and malleable, or perhaps it is a side effect of the imperfect emulation. You admit that you don't really know what you don't really know. What you do know is that some memories survive, and that on occasion they come back to you like shadows passing overhead. You detail one recurring memory, which, despite returning to you with enough regularity for you to think it familiar, always fades as quickly as it arrives. You struggle to explain the feeling of being whole for a moment that comes with this memory, and then how that wholeness slips away to leave you feeling like you have forgotten something important, but just can't bring it up to mind. Infus nods throughout cooking as he does. With deft and skillful movements, you start to trail off when you realize you can't find the words to explain how the memories you do have feel like both yours and someone else's at the same time, and how that always fills you with a certain sadness. The sadness of remaining forever unknown, even to yourself. Infus finishes cooking and meets your eyes. I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your... I'm sorry, Sleeper, for your troubles. He puts a wok on the side. I appreciate you sharing with me, he smiles. I hope it lightens you a little. He passes you a bowl and heaps the gyro into it. With their yellow color mixes with the pale sauce in whirls of blues. Eat. The dish is delicious, filling. It warms you as you eat. In a way you weren't even sure your body could be warmed. It is a small mercy that S&R left you this pleasure. Because anyone can enjoy food, including an emulated robot of a person who doesn't exist anymore, and is technically just locked up in a facility somewhere, right? The dish is delicious. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like they just locked the body up. Which doesn't seem like it would happen. You'd think that they just scan the person, the guy gets paid, and they disappear. I don't know why. I don't know what's actually happening. There's not a lot to be explained on this thing. Many of the features of frames are there to stimulate human experience. You know that much. Emulated minds cannot be rewired, so their need for embodied experience must be met. That's good. Instead of them just being lazy, not doing that. That is why you breathe and do not breathe air. Without that simulation, the sensation of drowning would be unbearable. Food serves another purpose. Your frame is able to metabolize it to produce energy from raw material. Vitamins and minerals are excess, of course. Your frame only needs raw power. So much is wasted, yet while you eat this food and feel that warmth, nothing feels wasted. It all means something to you. My body is a machine made to turn food into power. As you finish, Emphas takes the bowl. The last of his cleaning. He smiles at you, and neither of you feel the need to say anything more. Instead, you simply exchange nods and walk your separate ways back to the bright market somehow changed. Alright, what should I do next then? Oh yeah, I could do both of those. I can also track Ashton. Who I think is over... yeah, here. Put a 5 into the dangerous one and then go for it. Yeah. You can also just put a 6 in here. Three, nice. I could just finish it. Nice. We found Ashton? Ah, sorry guys, I just sneezed. Someone must be talking shit somewhere. On Kita. The trail ahead extends deep into the overgrown section of the greenway. At this far end of the rim, where the long, lazy curve of the greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the wastes, these are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen brackish tide. This is where Ashton is hiding. You're pretty sure all of your intuition points to the shadows beneath this collapsed superstructure. You roll a calm headset on Kita in your palm. Call on Kita, yeah. Or, it's probably like Uncta or something. Or Akita, with the N being more silent. Ankita. You slip your headset into your ear and it fizzes with static. After a few moments, you hear Ankita. Sleeper, have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he is here? Yes, come on. Yes, come on, probably. Copy. Hold tight. Until I get there. Oh wait, should I have lied? And said, oh. I shouldn't have said that, probably. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead the stars wheels with the motion of the eye and the mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now it is a wilderness, a strange overgrown biosphere bordered by the void of space. You smile despite everything, and it seems like an improvement. Sleeper! Ankita hisses, bringing you. He is in the collapsed stack? I think so. She gives you a look. You better be right. Well, there is no way I'm following that trail if he is up there. He'll have eyes on that for sure. She glances around the landscape. Let's keep to the underground. Work our way around. Let's keep to the underground. Work our way around. She heads off towards the central spine of the greenway, with you following close behind. It is slow getting there, where the overgrowth meets the metal wall, but it is so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. Ankita somehow seems to know where to go, though. Ankita works her way through dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. What's a frond? It is exhausting to you, desperately. It's exhausting and you desperately want to rest, but Ankita shows no sign of letting up. Up ahead, there is a faint glow from the collapsed stacks. Ankita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits amongst the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank. Ankita is setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere water drips and you swear you hear bird songs. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale of sickly green. Ankita reaches the edge of the tank where it meets the central drum and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch up forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern, this with plants growing on all sides and wet and mossy islands at its base. It is beautiful, and for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They are surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there is an object, a cylinder set on a trap. It is connected to the sleeper's head, and you flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones who escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They're twisted, broken open. Wrong. You look away. Ankita doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eye on the object. That's Amber's ship mind, she says, and you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Wait. Who is? You turn to Ankita to speak, but she is already gone. She drums off the edge of the tank and lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. Yeah, like that. The shot hits her shoulder piece, the ceramic piece cracking but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward and the now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of crates beside the sleeper. Jeez. Shit. You hear the shout from one of the tanks high on the far wall. Ankita reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the ship mine and the sleeper. What is she doing? You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head. She screams at the wall of the tanks, and you shiver at the suggestion. I want to tell her to stop. That sounds pretty fucked up. I already got you a ship mine. You don't have to attack them for it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna yell stop. Quiet, sleeper! Ankita shouts. A shot rips through the moss beside you, filling your vision with gleam. The shooter must be somewhere on the other side of the tank. Do that again, and I swear to God, I'll tear that head off. I'll tear their head off. Do that again. Do that again. I swear I'll tear their head off, Ankita shouts. Sleeper, you stay down. There's a long pause. All you can hear is the dripping of the water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. Okay. Ashton is the sniper. Okay. I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid, for God's sake. He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water. Rifle raised above his head. Oh, so that's what a ship mine looks like? Drop the gun, Ankita shouts. He throws it down in the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko? She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment? Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now filled with fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has a hold of. Steady, Ankita. It isn't like that. I needed the ship mined. You have to understand. They would have died without it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why. I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now. She tightens her grip on the connection. You shouldn't. He's just trying to help. He seems like a decent guy. But he did just totally steal her ship mine, it seems. Typical of you, Ankita. No curiosity. And Ashton smiles shakily. That's why I never asked for it. For your help, you only took after yourself. He nods at you. That sleeper up there, they're just bait, right? To draw me out. Ankita sucks a breath in. Are you trying to give me a good reason to shoot you? I love them, Ankita. Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. I loved them and they were going to die. I knew you would never understand that. He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. Don't do that. Don't do that, Ashton, Ankita snarls. Don't do that. Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't, get out of my way. He inches closer. Please. I can't let you take it, Ashton. Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You let me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them out now. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises his hand. I'm going to take the ship mine and go. Ankita loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. She lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot, another maybe. You recoil back behind the edge of as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding. into the water, the red and green. Oh no! Ankita is standing in the center of the drum, and the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. I should have went in. That's why they give you 2 chances to walk in. I see. I thought I was gonna get shot, or like he wouldn't be, or if he was there and then I called her, she would have not been able to get him, and you would have already made it out. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There's no sign of life, humanity. They are just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around living things grow and thrive. Ankita finally looks back at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry, but you are hurting God. Wow, she just killed a sleeper and her old partner. What the fuck? What the hell, man? I didn't think that was what was gonna happen there. That's crazy. But I still have 1 more dice I need to spend. I guess. I'm gonna do this side reel. Jeez. Alright, and I think with that, we'll stop for today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is actually a really cool game. And I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Make sure to stay hydrated and eat, and have a good evening and a good night. And I'll be seeing you all in the next video, whenever the hell I stream or whenever the hell I make something.